Hey boys and girls, how you all doing today? It's your boy Too Lazy for Life, back at it again with Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan Season 2. We're on episode 3 now. Last episode was Sasha's backstory, her origin story of where she grew up and where she came from, and then her developments to her current day character and self, being from such an introverted, closed-minded girl that kept to herself in the forest, and now learning the values of friendship and external families here with the Survey Corps and everyone else that she trained with back at boot camp. It was a pretty damn entertaining episode. It was emotional at times with Sawano's amazing music kicking in the background, and then we ended off the episode with Connie not experiencing as much luck as Sasha with her family being safe. Connie, man, oh, he found his house and probably his whole family within that house completely flattened by an abnormal lying on top of it. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Okay, I don't know whether his family is dead. We haven't seen it yet. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I'm already fearing the worst. Because he had a mum, a dad, a brother, and a sister. That's a big family. That's a lot of people that the screen time can use to kill off, okay, for the audience's half and half amusement and pain and suffering. Because the amount of people that have died so far on this show, like, I don't know how anyone can take deaths seriously anymore in this show when everyone dies. It's like, when everyone dies, where is the emotional impact? Okay, well, I mean, you know, some characters, when they die, they still hurt like fuck. But just the fact that you are pretty much guaranteed that somebody's gonna die every single episode, it's just, you know, it's not as impactful as suddenly someone after like 30, 50 episodes of peace then gets axed off, okay? The sudden shock and disbelief factor is far higher than just seeing people die every single episode, because you start getting desensitized to it and you stop caring, because it's like, oh, it's just part of the show. Everyone in this show dies, all right? You start to think of it as the norm, and when something becomes the norm, it's no longer special, and when it's no longer special, it invokes less, you know, raw impact and intense emotions out of you, which is what people want to see, which is what people want to experience when it comes to watching stuff, and when people want to watch other people watching stuff, aka reaction videos. All right, so yeah, I think that's all that there was from last episode that's recapped and worth talking about. So let's get on with episode 3 now, guys, shall we? The last episode for this week until the next week, where we continue on with this series. Alright, so in 3, 2, 1, let's go. That face, man, oh my god, just look at that Titan. Well, maybe they evacuated. What, are the horses still here? Wait, the horses are still here? No. Bro, are you telling me Titans are actually humans?
ある。そっか。よかった。
Oh, hey, it's him again. I haven't seen you in a while. Always fear the man who has lived very long in a profession where most young men die, or what is it? That saying?
お前らも壁に沿ってきたのか。
あ、それで穴はどこに？
はあ？いや、
There is no hole.
こちらは穴など見てない。
見落とした可能性。
So who the beast titan just catapults ahead? Yeet! All right, I don't need to make a hole. I'm just gonna throw you over the wall.
さすがに馬も我々の疲労が限界に来てる。
多少荒れてるが、一晩休む分には問題なさそうだな。
ああ、今夜は月があるね。蒸発しない。消えないんだ。もしかしたらと思ってね。壁の破片と見比べたら、その模様の配列や構造までよく似ていたんだ。もし巨人化したエレンが硬化する巨人の能力で壁の穴を塞げるのだとしたら、巨人化を解いた後も蒸発せずに
But
した巨像を残せるのな。
oh yeah, just do the same thing as what Annie did, even though you don't know that you can do it.
それを夜間に決行するのはどうでしょうか。夜に？はい。巨人が動かない夜にです。なるほど。
できそうかどうかじゃねえだろ。やれ。やるしかねえだろ。
That's a pretty big hole. I still can't believe the basement is the ultimate goal of this whole series.
そこに全ての答えがあるはずだ。そりゃこうなるに決まってる。壁が破壊されちまってんだから。
Oh shit. Everyone from the Rose Wall's now moving into Cena. There ain't no room for all of you.
エレン、馬には乗れそうか。ええ。体の力が。
I would have much preferred to have been the previous generation that lived in the 100 years of peace.
何か気持ちの変化はありましたか？
私は話せない。他の教徒もそれは同じで変わることはないだろう。
それはどうも。
だが、その大いなる意志により監視するよう命じられた人物の名なら教えることができる。
監視？104
No.
こいつ。
誰？分隊長殿、これを。
とにかく彼女を連れてこい。行きましょう。とにかく急がないと。
待って。そうそう。わかった。ご苦労さん。それで、その104期の子は誰なの？
ユミルといつも一緒にいる子です。
ユミル？
お前。
全員起きろ！屋上に来てくれ！
どうなっているの？
おい、あれを見ろ！でけえ。なんだあいつは。巨人？違う、なんかあれは獣じゃねえか。全員分かったね。
ミカサ、お前がなぜエレンに執着してるかは知らんが、お前の能力の全てはエレンを守ることに使う。
はい、もちろんです。
シンペイ、下がっているんだよ。ここからは立体起動装置の出番だ。
怒りに溺れて本質を見失うな。今度こそ くじらよ。はい。
巨人の侵入地点を探す調査兵団はウトガルド城へと到着する。
Oh,
北の間の休息を
those two titans had a falling out.
夜にもかかわらず活動する巨人たちだった。奮戦する調査兵団。城内へと侵入した巨人に襲われたライナーの脳裏に過去の思い出が蘇る。
Oh, hey, it's his backstory now. Time for Reiner's backstory now, it seems, since there was a flashback frame to him being as a kid. I hope he doesn't die. Come on. Enough of Eren's class has already perished, and enough of Levi's platoon has already bit the dust, and all the cute waifus and some other noticeable Chad male characters have all died. I don't want to see any more people that we've already grown attached to for the last season and a half get chomped and smashed and pasted against the side of a wall, man. This ain't cool. Can you give me some ray of sunshine in this show for once, other than those two weird, you know, not obviously canon and consistent with the rest of the storyline OVAs? So what happened in this episode? I don't even remember any of it. Okay, like, we found out the true nature of Titans in the walls is that the whole wall is most likely made of their reinforced Titan skin, which begs the question, how did the three rings and the inner connectors of the whole human empire came about in the first place? There must have been some kind of biblical, like, history-defining nuclear apocalyptic war that must have happened back in the past, and then the Titans at the time all made three rings and the interconnectors of Titans connecting all three rings, and then they all hardened themselves together and made the walls. Right? It had to have been some biblical event that happened previously that no one knows about that made those walls. Because I don't see how on earth that was even remotely possible to have done it in stages and not all in one go. So that's that. Connie. Like, guys, what the fuck? That Titan that was laying on the house, it said, oh, Kairi, right? Welcome home. I can't remember what color hair the mum had, right? From Connie's flashback. I'm gonna have to go check that. Maybe it was blonde? No, or, well, that doesn't have to be the mum, right? That could technically pass off as anything. The mum, the dad, the brother, or the sister. Like, there's no way that thing would have said welcome home if it was not a family member. And it's sitting on top of his house. I'm betting that's a part of Connie's family. Okay, and even Connie, for that sudden second of realization, saw it. He saw that, oh my god, like, you're part of my family, aren't you? Which makes me wonder, how did that person transform into that? So that's not one of those Titans, okay, that have a person operating them in the nape. That's a Titan that literally just spawned from a human. That is a human. That is a human mutated into a Titan, most likely. I don't have the answer yet, and I'm now questioning what the fuck's going on. I'm like I said from season 1, there's no way these Titans just magically appeared out of nowhere. All right, there's no way they existed before the dawn of time and nobody originated from them. They look like humans, but just slightly malformed and overgrown. So chances are they probably were a human at one point, and then they mutated into that, which makes me wonder what's causing the mutation. Where did they come from? But they've been here since the dawn of time. They've been here since humans existed, which makes me wonder what happened all those hundreds of years ago, right? I speculated that it was some kind of antidote, some kind of experimentation gone wrong, but that's only recently with Dr. Jaeger, right? So these Titans have been around for hundreds of years. So back hundreds and hundreds of years ago, humanity must have been fucking around with some weird shit, and they accidentally created Titans. That's what I'm going with. And suddenly, Connie's family member just turned into a Titan. I don't understand how that works. Okay. And then we got this girl, Ymir. I don't know what, did we see her back in training camp back in season 1? Maybe. I don't remember her. She looks awfully new to me. Much like a lot of the Survey Corps and other military members that we've seen in these past 3 episodes. The brand new bunch. Like that girl, that woman with the short, you know, I'm not going to say it because I'm probably going to get cancelled, but you get the idea. The short blonde haircut, that style, right? Okay. And all of the other, the guy that looks like he's from JoJo with that weird coiffed hair, you know, all of those new guys. Ymir looks like another new character that I don't remember seeing at all from season 1. And she's awfully sus as well. Her relationships with Krista seem pretty weird. She's got some inner motive that we don't know about. And at that last moment there, Reina even was about to say something to out her out about something. It's like, oh my wa. You know, you what? And then suddenly the Titans showed up, which stopped them from continuing on with that teaser. The priest who said something about there's some person in the Survey Corps that we are sworn to protect, some divine being who we don't know yet. But based on the way that they responded to the name Ymir at the time when they talked to Sasha and whatnot and they were about to roll out, it didn't seem like Ymir was the one, okay? Because they clearly would have probably shown a much more different reaction if they heard that name before Sasha interrupted them and then they heard that name again, right? But it sounded like they only just got surprised by hearing her name for the first time. So it makes me think that it's not Ymir, so it's somebody else in Eren's class that's a holy divine being that the church is supposed to protect, which again makes me wonder whether they're also a Titan. So there's another Titan besides Annie and Eren in the fucking Survey Corps? What? How? Dr. Jaeger was the one that gave Eren the powers, right? To go and become a Titan. So somehow Annie also got that same treatment. And somehow someone else now in Eren's class got that same treatment. But I'm guessing Dr. Jaeger's the only one that did those experiments, unless he was part of some other global scientific community that were all in on it doing these experiments, and each scientist goes off and gives their special power injection serum to whatever clients that they were dealing with instead of just Eren with his dad. And that Beast Titan, man, I thought that Beast Titan was just gonna go and start throwing more Titans over the wall because there is no hole, as everyone figured out by the end of this episode. They were looking for this breach in the wall, but there is none. There's no hole in the wall. Okay, so how did those Titans get inside? I already gave you 2 theories. Either this Beast Titan is throwing them over. Actually, I'm looking at a frame of him right now. The one at the end there, where the guys in the castle first saw him. He's got a pretty big belly. All right, his stomach, like he's got abs up. He's ripped up here. He's got a big he's got a 6-pack up here. Okay, he's absolutely packing it up here, but he's also packing it down there. He's got quite the gut down there. So what? He's got Titans in his belly. So instead, he doesn't throw them over. If you ask me, there's 2 options now that I see this revelation of a frame here. Either he climbs the wall like he did and vomits them back out inside the wall. That's one way he can do it. Or the Titans are already inside. They're humans, and then they just magically transform into Titans all of a sudden. That's the only way I see it. Because I don't think anyone kicked a hole in the wall. Alright guys, that's all of my speculations and thoughts, what I can come up with from watching episode 3 of season 2 of Attack on Titan. That is it for this reaction video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Any other things that you want to talk about and discuss with me that are not spoilers, you leave it down in the comments below and we'll have a talk, okay? We discuss and chat about what the fuck is going on. Alright guys, but to be honest, like most of the time, Attack on Titan, any explanations would generally lead to spoilers, so it's a bit of a minefield. It's a bit of a thin ice, okay, that you guys tread on when it comes to commenting on Attack on Titan, unfortunately. So yeah, that is it for this reaction video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. All of you brand new people that have tuned into this channel for the first time, tuning into my adventures here on season 2 of Shingeki no Kyojin. If you haven't done so already, like, comment, subscribe, alright? Join the Discord, join the Patreon. I very much appreciate it if you show your next extra level of support. and expand yourself within the wide reaches of the Too Lazy for Life network across all platforms of my community instead of just hanging around on YouTube, guys, alright? Big massive shout out to all of my existing patrons right now supporting me on the platform. One big massive shout out to the Sloth Trooper Tomato, and one big even massiver shout out to the Supreme Sloth as always, Eden's Musketeer once again. Thank you, mate. You've been subscribed for like almost a year now at the Supreme tier, which is absolutely freaking insane. If anyone else wants to flex on the community being a Supreme Sloth, even if you want to do it for just 1 month, then click the link down below and go sign up. There are 2 spots left available. Supreme tier is limited to only 3 biggest chads of the community, and that is it. Once they've all been used up, no one else can get them, alright? They're the most prestigious ranks of the community that you guys can hope for. So if any of you guys have too much money that you don't know what to do with, alright, and you want to support me out, you want to help pay my rent and pay my food bills every single month, then consider signing up to the Supreme tier. I very, very much appreciate it, and will shout you out to the ends of the earth at the end of all of my videos, alright guys? So that is it for episode 3 of season 2 of Attack on Titan. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next week for the continuation with episode 4. Alright guys, but until then, that is it from your boy. Catch you later.